I guess we'll start with the softball questions here. Why did you decide real estate over any other paths of investing? I know I'm in the military too. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm actually transitioning out right now. I'm on terminal leave, and most of my coworkers are always stock investing. Like, and then lately it's been crypto, but it's just like stock investing is what everybody does. Very few people in the military invest in real estate. So how did you choose that path? How did you find it? And we'll get into that first deal.
Yeah, I originally started looking into like flipping properties and looking into how doing that. I was a part of like a group coaching thing that focused on flipping. And one day, one of the mentors, we had done a little summit in Florida while I was still in the Marine Corps, and the mentor was talking about vacation rentals, and how essentially he does all of his flips and everything to be able to invest in short-term rentals. And this is back in 2016, 15. And that really sort of opened my eyes. So that was on top of why I got into real estate, why I got into just it's things that you can control is what I liked about it is you can purchase a property, say like you guys are in the multifamily space, you can purchase a property and improve the operations, and then that property is worth more at the end of the day if the net income goes up. So that is what drew me to that compared to the stock market, where yeah, you can select the right stocks, you can select the right crypto, but at the end of the day, you don't really have any control over what happens in that. And I mean, crypto has some incredible returns, but you sort of have to get lucky, or at least you don't know what could happen. Someone could tweet something and then your stuff tanks, both stocks and crypto. So that's why it sort of drew me to real estate in general. Is just stuff I could control. The barrier to entry was a little higher, which I actually wanted. Like it's pretty easy for you to download an app and just purchase a crypto, purchase a stock. But I did like the barrier into to entry being a little bit higher. That's also we'll talk about in a second why I got into the short term rental development over actually purchasing them. But yeah, that's why I got into real estate was that I was also transitioning out of the Marine Corps, and I sort of was looking for something that I could actually do full time because I didn't want to do stocks, crypto, or even like say like something like an actual business like running like a restaurant. I didn't want to do anything like that. But yeah, that's why I was drawn to real estate. The passivity side of it, where I don't even know if that's a word, but the passive side of it, where I can sort of not necessarily set and forget it, but I can run my business sort of like from anywhere. Like when my wife and I travel, like I can run the short term rental stuff from my phone, the real estate stuff. So
Nice, and I can totally relate. For the listeners that kind of listen to my backstory in the early episodes, that was one of the big reasons why I went into real estate as well, was control. I was a big stock investor. Like I took the courses, read all the famous books out there, was big into it for about 4 or 5 years, and then you hit like a light bulb, smashes you in the head, and you're like, I have no control over any of this. Like I spent months and months and months researching industries and new technologies and companies prospectuses and offerings and all this stuff. You buy the stock and you still just give all of your money to this board or the CEO or this person that you don't know. You've never met them. You don't know what their core values are, what integrity they have, and what their motives are. And you have to have no control. And then outside of the company, then you just have like the whole Mr. Market thing, which is just completely irrational anyway.
right.
So even if you do all the work to pick the right company or the best company that has the brightest future, the best business plan, the market could just like completely dump on it and just be like, and you just lose all your
Yeah,
money anyway for no
the
reason whatsoever.
market, it's also like same thing with the military, where it's like you could have a complete change in leadership overnight, and then that could completely screw the culture of the company up.
Yep,
So
exactly. So that was I got burned one time, and I was on a green energy company, and after that, I withdrew everything. Like TSP liquidated my stock, my IRAs, my Roths, everything, my brokerage accounts. Just I pulled everything out, and I was like, I got to find something else. And then that's when I picked up the found bigger pockets. Way back when in 2015. So awesome. I love that we share that similar kind of path there. So before we get